Good evening. Welcome to QUT Web News.
Good evening. New
statistics reveal water safety campaigns may not be working. There's barely a change in drowning deaths in Australia in the past 5 years. It's a timely warning on the eve of Queensland's school holidays.
Shocking statistics reveal 75 people drowned in Queensland waters in the past year. Nationally, the figure is nearing 300 drownings, with most in New South Wales. Men accounted for 82% of those, with 25% in rivers, creeks or streams. 23% happened at beaches and 19% in the ocean or harbours. Alcohol was known to be a factor in 26 deaths, with men accounting for 77% of these. Drugs were involved in 22 deaths, with cannabis the most common illicit substance detected.
18 to 24-year-olds are getting involved in aquatic activity whilst being drunk or under the influence of alcohol, and that's mainly the men as well. So they're taking risks and unfortunately drowning.
With school holidays starting tomorrow and schoolies fast approaching, water safety is an issue floating at the forefront.
The Lord Mayor and Surf Lifesaving Queensland raised funds and awareness about being safe in the water this summer.
Look, safety will be paramount. The community safety will be the highest degree that we have.
The Royal Lifesaving Society says there are a few safety tips everyone should keep in mind. Those include constant supervision of young children in the water and always swimming with a friend.
It may be that you decide to go for a surf one morning. Now, you head off to the beach, and if you're by yourself, you may be the only one in the water. And if something happens, whether it be an accident or an illness, there's no one there to save you.
Lifesavers will be on duty on our beaches from tomorrow, but swimmers are encouraged to always swim between the flags. Paige Hasabella, QUT News.
The long wait is over. Apple's iPhone 5 was released for sale across Australia this morning. Lucky Chermside Apple Store patrons enjoyed an unexpected surprise as Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak appeared to watch the launch.
It may seem curious that one of the masterminds behind the iPhone is lining up with the rest of the pack to buy one, but Wozniak says he does it for a little thrill.
I love things that are exciting, I love things that are interesting, I love things that are, a bit of adventure. And here I am on the other side of the world just so I can get an iPhone 17 hours before I would get it in California.
And hundreds of local fans joined Wozniak in the wait, the line extending right out to the car park.
9 o'clock last night I got here, I got a tent in the back, so I set it up, everyone thought it was pretty cool, which it was. I wasn't sitting down on the concrete.
Because I want to be the first one in Taiwan.
Apple staff made it well worth the wait, as customers enjoyed a reception worthy of royalty. The iPhone 5 is packed with new features, including a 4-inch Retina display, Apple Map and panorama camera.
It's very user-friendly, the interface is fantastic, and when you use it on the 4G network, you've got the applications like FaceTime.
Apple are expected to sell over 45 million iPhones during the December quarter. That's 22% more than last year, showing that fans still swear by their iconic favourites.
Wozniak says that innovation is one of the reasons people keep buying Apple.
The users won't buy the products unless they feel that they're somehow that quality of newness, of innovation, of revolution, of displacing other types of products that we had before, changing our life.
Wozniak believes that Apple will continue to lead the way in innovation.
And Apple's the leader. That doesn't mean that other companies aren't doing a good job in innovation either, but Apple is always respected as the leader.
Sarah Orr, QUT News.
The real reason Steve Wozniak was in Brisbane today was to address the QUT Leaders Business Forum. He spoke about his personal journey with Apple and the future of innovation and creativity in the industry.
586 business leaders from all industries were at the Hilton Hotel today. They were there to see the man at Apple's core, Steve Wozniak. There was excitement in the room even before he took to the stage.
What it's like to be CEO of the biggest company in the world, who wouldn't be looking forward to it?
He's one of the great names from Silicon Valley, and it's a rare opportunity to have him here in Brisbane.
The man who designed the world's first personal computers says he fell in love with computer programming language at first sight. He spoke of how far technology had come since he started in the industry and hinted at where the future may lie, saying technology still had room for improvement.
We've made very tiny strides so far in the areas of artificial intelligence, and yet that really is where the future is. We're talking to our phones as though they're people.
He also spoke fondly of his former friend and business partner, Steve Jobs.
And Steve said, well, he didn't have long to live. And my reply to him was, you're not judged by what you don't do when you're not doing it. You're judged by what you did when you were doing it.
Wozniak's helped drive Apple stocks up to a record high of $700 US. And if today's iPhone 5 mania is anything to go by, the company will continue to reach new heights. Zoe Hanning, QUT News.
A Queensland Government department report has found Brisbane to be less livable than other major Australian cities. Some of the key concerns were urban sprawl, public transport and damage to Brisbane's waterways.
The State of the Environment of Queensland report said that Brisbane may have missed the mark in recent years. But a former Brisbane Lord Mayor disputes that the city is less livable.
I think Brisbane's a wonderful place to live. I think it's a great city, and we've got so much going for us in terms of the library here, the art gallery, the river, all these things close together.
Others say these are ongoing concerns for all Australian cities.
Well, I think everywhere across Australia sort of softened in the last few years.
The report says Brisbane has fallen short on infrastructure, transport and housing in comparison to other major cities. House prices in the trendy suburb of New Farm have soared over the past 12 months, with the average price of a 3-bedroom house in the Riverside suburb costing over $1.24 million. That's a 21% rise in just 12 months. Floods, 8 years of drought and damage to waterways haven't helped either.
It is an issue. We will continue to do what we can at our level of government to make sure Brisbane is more livable into the future.
Stephanie Panitsky, QUT News.
Sport now, and the stage is set for the Queensland Cup's long-standing rivalry to continue when Wynnum Manly and Redcliffe go head-to-head in this Sunday's grand final. Today, the rivals came together for the traditional pre-match breakfast.
This is the prize. Captains Luke Daziel-Don and Isaac Armau are both desperate to get their hands on this weekend. They put aside their rivalry and joined coaches and referees for the grand final breakfast at Suncorp Stadium this morning. The Redcliffe captain says his team has had a great season and is confident of taking the title away from last year's premiers.
It's a wonderful season so far, and to be in the grand final, it's icing on the cake, but hopefully we can come away with the win on Sunday.
Wynnum Manly have a card up their sleeve in former Bronco Dane Carlaw, who will be a great boost to the team.
Dane's played 13 Origins and 6 Tests, so he's won comps for the Bronx. He's played in the Super League in England, so a guy with that experience, it's just invaluable to have in the side.
As defending champions, Luke Daziel-Don is hoping to go back-to-back.
It's never been done at Wynnum. We've won premierships in 82, 84 and 86, but we've never been able to do that consecutively, so it'll be a feather in our cap, and hopefully we can get it done on Sunday.
Dubbed the Battle of the Bayside, Sunday's grand final is set to continue the Queensland Cup's greatest rivalry, continuing a tradition dating back to 1981. The game gets underway here at Suncorp Stadium at 3:50 p.m.
Some of the boys have been saying that there's about 10 busloads coming up, but it should be good.
Benjamin Phillips, QUT News.
Time now for a look at the weather. It was overcast and rainy today, and temperatures around the southeast were cooler than predicted. Brisbane reached 27, 4 below the forecast top. It was 28 in Ipswich, while Gold and Sunny Coast only reached the mid-20s. Around the nation tomorrow, Sydney's maximum should be 22, Melbourne 23, Adelaide 24, and a scorching 34 predicted for Darwin. Back to Queensland, and Cairns is expected to top at 30, a scorching 39 for Mount Isa, Rocky 33 and Bundaberg should hit 29. The 3-day outlook for Brisbane: rain Saturday, rain Sunday and rain Monday, with temps in the high 20s and low 30s. That brings you up to date with the weather.
And that's all the news we have for now.
We'll be back Monday with more QUT News. Goodbye.
Goodbye.